Star Wars for the week. And there's possible leaks for Episode 8 out, but I'm not going to touch on that right now because they're only possible leaks. And I'll save it for maybe Thursday or something. Maybe I'll break my rule for right now and do 2 this week, but I'll do that tomorrow. Right now I'm talking about something else. And the one I'm talking about right now is how and when are we going to see other Jedi in the new trilogy? Because we're almost positive we're going to see more Force users, more Jedi, specifically between Episode 8 and 9. More likely in 9, but let's say for sake Episode 8 for this argument. When are we going to see them, and how are we going to see them? Well, let's play the what if game. If we see them in Episode 8, no guarantee. I don't think we're going to see Jedi honestly in Episode 8 because I think we're going to save that for Episode 9. Right now, I think it's going to be Rey, Finn, and Luke's story, and Kylo's story. Those 4 main characters as the main ones. Even though I think Poe's going to have more to do in Episode 8 right now. But let's say for the sake of we do somehow see other Jedi, or at least Force sensitives who will become Jedi in Episode 8. When do we see them in the movie? I would say that's probably like near like the last 5 minutes where it's revealed Luke's been keeping track of Force users, but waiting for the right moment to go to them, and Rey being there, or another idea that I've heard is that they don't stay on the planet they're at. Luke takes Rey for some adventures, and they go to find more Force users to help maybe restart the Jedi Order again. But now, how do we see them? Or that would be how we see them. But when we see them, it'd either be near the end or near kind of the middle, and then Rey and Kylo have their rematch, and Rey loses viciously. But in terms of when I actually think we're going to see the Jedi, it's probably going to be Episode 9. That's probably when we're really going to see the new Jedi. And when we see them is all going to be dependent on how the Force Awakens. We know how that ends. How the next one, Episode 8, actually ends, where we leave off on Episode 8. That's gonna determine how we open up Episode 9 and how we get introduced to the new Jedi. If I just go out on a limb, it's gonna end with Rey surviving her deal with Kylo, but definitely worse for wear. Going back to Luke, I've heard maybe like an idea where the Knights of Ren track her down and track her and Luke to where Luke is. Kylo and Luke square off, except this time Luke kicks Kylo's ass. It's like, yeah, boy. Snoke trained you. Flit trained you. That's nice. It's like, yeah, don't step up, son, unless you're ready to get beat down. We are going to see Luke fight at some point, and it's going to be epic as hell. He is going to flat out own whoever he's fighting against for the most part. Unless it's Snoke, in which case it might be like a battle of kind of equals. Luke may very well bite it in Episode 9, but that's beside the point. Let's say that maybe that happens to get away. I say that the restarting of the Jedi Order might take place midway through Episode 9, but by the end of Episode 9, we will fully have a reestablished Jedi Order on some level of capacity. And I think we get introduced to them about 2/3 of the way in Episode 9, I'd say. Now, is it going to be happily ever after? No, because from what we understand, after this trilogy, they'll probably do a whole new trilogy. Because this is the passing of the torch trilogy right now. We already lost Han Solo in Episode 7. Spoilers for anyone who somehow didn't see Episode 7. At this point, that's common knowledge at this point. So don't get on me if I say things like that. Or on my case if I say things like that. Leia, well, from one of the rumors going out right now, Leia is grievously is very badly hurt, very badly injured from an attack going in Episode 8. But I don't actually see her being the one that dies. Luke, I definitely see possibly kicking the bucket. Chewie, maybe. Chewie's a possibility, though. If I thought he was going to maybe die, I thought it would have been in Episode 7, but he didn't. But if Chewie goes down, I think he goes down taking him, the Falcon, and whoever he's taken down with him. I think he goes out like a boss. I wouldn't be surprised to see C-3PO bite it, because although he's a fan favorite, he's also a fan annoyance. And Anthony Daniels really needs to shut up sometimes. But I don't see R2 biting it. Lando possibly going? Possibly, if they reintroduce him, which is entirely possible. But yeah, this is the passing of the Torch trilogy, so the next trilogy after that would be the continuing adventures of these characters in this universe. That's how, I mean, you could still reference these guys. Hell, maybe even Mark Hamill could still show up as a Force Ghost in maybe one episode. So, anything's possible, but yeah, I think if we really do see Jedi again, which I almost guarantee we will, like more than just Luke and Rey, maybe Finn. Which, by the way, just to touch on that real quick, Mark Hamill, I love you so much, Mark Hamill, because you are the king of trolling, and you are the king of possibly making my theory of Finn being a Skywalker still plausible, even though you pretty much were just joking. It's like, happy birthday. It's like, you're like a son to me. Possible spoiler? Maybe. Who knows? On Twitter when he was wishing Boyega happy birthday. I'm like, you are awesome, Mark Hamill, because you reinvigorated my belief in that theory that he could be your son, even though you're pretty much trolling us on that. I don't care, because it's possible. It is. I love you, Mark Hamill. I love you. But I digress. Yeah, like I said, I didn't have much to talk about in the last one. I didn't have much to talk about on this video. I just when do we see them? How do we see them? That's basically how this video went. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We will do a review of it at some point. Be back in 1 second with one last video.